Tonight, we go down south to talk about a creature from Gullah folklore that'll make you think twice about sleeping alone. Known to creep into homes, steal your skin, and ride the life out of you all night. She's the things of nightmare. Today, we're talking about the Boo Hag.
What's going on, crackheads? Back again at the Kraken Cans Cast, where we talk about all things cryptids, paranormal, and urban legends.
That's right. And also all things in all sizes. Yeah, so what's up?
You got me.
Yeah.
You got me. You stumped the Schwab. I didn't know what to say.
So, yeah, I'm Mike. This is Corey. We're back again with another episode talking about the old Boo Hag.
The Boo Hag, which I could be honest with you. Usually it's Mike saying this, but honestly, I don't know anything about Mrs. Boo Hag. I don't know. I don't know what we can say.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what she identifies as. I think a ghoul.
A ghoul?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a gabagool if she's from New Jersey. You know, that delicious lunch meat that Tony Soprano's always chewing on, the gabagool. Got to get me some gabagool.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what's up? What's new? What's going on with life?
Not much. I mean, it's been really hot out lately.
Yeah, stupid hot for
Like,
November.
It's November, and I feel like I should be laying out, sun tanning.
Yeah, it's super annoying.
Not that I do that ever.
Yeah,
but
that's a lie.
You know what I'm saying?
That is a total lie. Yeah, I don't know. It sucks. This is like a time of year you're getting into like the heart of deer hunting season. It's supposed to, I mean, all the leaves are off the trees. It should be.
And in my gutters.
Into your gutters. Out on my sidewalk waiting to get sucked up by the sucker that's not named Corey. But yeah.
I'll leave all the sucking to you.
Yeah. Anywho, but yeah. So we're diving in today to the Boo Hag.
Yeah, I'm interested for this one. I know she's kind of like a witch or something like a witch or witch-esque.
Yeah, I dive into it a little bit as to like what the hell she actually is, but it's pretty interesting, and that it's neat because we're going to get to dive into the Gullah culture down south, which is just kind of neat. I think it's cool that this is a creature in the United States, but it's also a like cultural creature. So I know we talked about coming up to Thanksgiving, trying to maybe find like a Native American creature or something like that would go with Thanksgiving. This is not that, but it's, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah. So what beer we got today?
What beer do we have today? So today we're going to Mother Earth Brew Company. Not, and I'm pretty sure not, Mother Earth Brewery, because I think they're just two totally different things. They might not be, but their websites look very different. And this beer is only on one website, so that's why.
Who copied who?
Yeah, pretty much. So Mother Earth Brew Company was founded in North San Diego County in 2010 by brothers Daniel and John Love. They soon established themselves as one of the top beer competitors in the area, which in that area of the country, that San Diego area, that is like, there's some big-time breweries and big-time beers getting pumped at. It's like where the West Coast IPA was born. So after opening a few tap rooms, they ended up teaming up with another large brewery, Lost Abbey Brewery, which I've had their stuff. I can't remember it. It's like a pretty popular brew. But I thought this was really cool. So they teamed up to make a tap house with both breweries in it. So because you have rent and everything is just kind of crazy out there here in California.
They just like shared a place?
They just share a place.
Yeah.
Like they just share a bar. They share everything in it.
That's cool.
Yeah, which I thought was pretty neat. They've won medals in like the Great American Beer Festival and the World Beer Cup, which are the two largest like North American beer competitions. They've medaled in those and stuff, and this is like their IPA that we're diving into today, which is the Boo Hag IPA. The West Coast style IPA with fruit and pine notes coming in at 6.5%. It drinks light like a session, but it has the typical good bitter kick and higher alcohol content of those West Coast IPAs.
Yeah.
So it's
good.
It is good. It's tasty. I
I guess we
definitely
didn't cheers yet, but we've
no.
been drinking it.
Yeah, you have for sure.
Spoiler alert.
No spoiler. We don't have to tell them spoiler alert when you just always just hammer all your beer out when I'm in the middle of talking. If I'm presenting, Corey is drinking, just so you know.
And if I'm presenting,
Corey
I'm
is drinking.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, you hear that? That was a little boot bubble going on there.
That is good.
This does have a lot of like pine notes to it though.
Yeah.
Like really getting that.
At least we're getting our because I did some math. Made us a spreadsheet for all the beers that we've tried so far.
Nerd. Sorry.
And,
Sorry. Felt like that was needed.
So last week? Haunchyville so far was
A huge letdown as far as the alcohol content in that beer.
Yes, we won't do that again.
No, that was mistakes were made.
Might as well just crack a bush latte.
Yeah.
But anyway, after doing a little doing some equations, putting in some numbers, our average ABV so far in this cast has been 7.3.
7.3. So this is actually going to bring our average down. But I feel like I'm okay if we stay at 6.5 to 7.5.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
My wife and I had a discussion that we came to the realization that like 7 to 7.5 is the sweet spot for IPAs. Like if you keep them, because a lot of the ones we have are IPAs.
Yeah.
We definitely drank more of them than anything else. But I always think of like Fathead, which is like one of my favorite IPAs, Trogs Perpetual, like New Trail, all those come in between 7 and 7.5. That is the sweet spot.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why.
It is. It's just.
I feel like once you start getting a little higher alcohol, then you start diving into. It gets almost like too sweet then because there's so much sugar being broken down and stuff.
Yeah.
It just gets a little overly sweet in that way, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a delicious brewski.
So let me ask you this one.
Let's hear it.
Why'd you pick this? Why'd
I pick Buku? Well, because if you look at the can, it has these hops up top. It's this beautiful design and by Mother Earth Brewing Company. It just really what it really is just the name Buku made me think of Boo Hags. Like I thought of this when I was there looking for beer. I was looking at all these ones, and it's like, man, I feel like Corey, he brings these beers and he presents like, this beer made me think of my topic because there's this guy over here and he's doing this, and it's like, yeah, that's awesome. That really ties in. And then it's like, Mike, what'd you bring for this one? Buku, because Boo Hags also starts with Boo. It was the same with like when I did the Pigman. It's like, so what'd you pick? Hog Boss, because pigs and stuff, you know. Like,
Mothman, what'd you get? UFO.
Yeah, that was bad. Like that was not close at all. My wife, like, she kind of gave me hell about that. She's like, I feel like you could have done a lot cooler than going with like the UFO, but. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I'm just not creative. I get there and I just get so thirsty. I just want to grab one and go.
The Buku.
Pretty good, though. I would recommend this.
Yeah, try it.
Yeah. So what do you think? Are you ready to dive into some Gullah culture?
I'm ready to dive in head first, tongue out.
Okay. All right, folks. And with that, I guess we're diving into
for my beer though, like my beer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what he meant. Yeah,
that's what I meant.
Oh yeah, sure.
All right, Mike. So you mentioned the Gullah culture. So tell me about it.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you about it real good.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So, the Boo Hag is centered around the Gullah culture. Gullah culture refers to the unique traditions, language, and way of life of the Gullah people, descendants of enslaved Africans who lived on the coastal regions of South Carolina, Georgia, and parts of North Carolina and Florida. This culture is characterized by a rich blend of African, Caribbean, and European influence. And I thought it was really interesting. So, when you start reading about a lot of like the Gullah culture, a lot of these people that were enslaved were actually like more respected slaves because they actually plucked these people out of certain regions of Africa because they wanted them to come over here and be able to like do the rice the same way they do it over in these African places that were real. This rice blend or whatever was real popular over there. So Gullah or Gullah Geechee is a Creole language that combines English with elements of various African languages. It reflects the linguistic heritage of the African people brought to the region. I'm going to skip some of this stuff. So as far as spiritual stuff goes, the Gullah spiritual practices are often a blend of religious traditions with Christianity, emphasizing community and ancestral connections. But yeah, a lot of their influence is very Christian based just because of the region of the United States that they were in.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
you got the South. So music and storytelling, which this is like a huge part of their culture. Music plays a vital role in Gullah culture with spiritual folk songs and storytelling traditions that convey historical and morals. So this is kind of how they keep like the folklore of stuff like the Boo Hag alive, is through music and stuff, which I thought was really cool.
Come and let's play together.
Son of a bitch.
The bright sunny weather. Let's all go to Gullah Gullah Island. Gullah Gullah. Pinya Pinya.
Yeah, let's go to Gullah Gullah Island and get rode to death by the Boo Hag. What is wrong with you?
They do like to sing.
They do like to sing. And unfortunately for all of us, so does Corey.
I gotta try to catch up with you, all right?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'd like to sing.
You're already
too.
on like a double album. I'm over here on like a mixtape.
But did you see that? So we're friends with like the NDT guys. Another awesome podcast. They do a lot of live stuff on Facebook and all that. They're making like a Christmas album.
No, I didn't see that. Is it like a AI Christmas album?
I don't think so. I think they're actually singing it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's cool.
So I would call one of their clips the other day, and they just like talk about it like so nonchalantly, like, yeah, we gotta get ready to start this Christmas album and stuff, and it's like there ain't no freaking way I'd sing a Christmas album. Like I like to sing, but
yeah,
not
Man,
that
those
much.
guys do everything.
We do. If we did a Christmas album, I would definitely sing some Mariah. I feel like I could hit those notes.
Like, oh,
don't make me sing like that. Oh, I could do that.
Yeah, you could do that one.
Yeah. Or the I want the blue.
Yeah.
Back to the Gullah culture,
Yeah,
because
let's get back to that.
this is like another episode where I can just feel the people clicking off as soon as I start singing. So the Gullah communities are known for their close-knit social structures with a strong emphasis on family and communal support. So much like a lot of other, I don't want to say this isn't like an immigration culture because they were forced over here, but I feel like when you get the culture of the same people in the same area, they're kind of a little tight-knit.
Yeah.
Who like to help each other out. So the Gullah culture is celebrated for its resilience and the preservation of the African heritage, making it a vital part of American cultural history. And I am not somebody that really enjoys learning like a lot of just random American history, because I feel like a lot of American history is just not super historical because it's really not that old. We haven't been around that long.
Yeah,
But
and I feel like a lot of it's like fabricated just to make like
we got to look good.
to make us look good.
Yeah, we're freaking awesome.
Yeah, I would like to look at American history from like other countries. Like how does China like view the American like you know what I mean? Like
I remember reading an article online, which this isn't exactly the same, but it was how World War II is taught in different countries, and that was really neat to hear. Like, because the Germans learn it completely differently. Obviously, they like still emphasize like the wrongdoings of Hitler, but they really learn about what within their culture led to them going to war. And really, when you read into like the German side of things, they weren't wrong for going into war. I mean, they were wrong for a lot of their war crimes and stuff like that. I'm not trying to like say like the Nazis were totally correct in everything they did, and we're all idiots for not being Nazis. I don't know. Dr. Seuss was a Nazi, I heard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I heard he was big with
I
the
heard he was
Nazi
a big
party.
crackhead too.
Hey, crack is whack.
He's our crackhead.
Oh,
We took him on.
oh, we got him.
Yeah,
We got him.
I claimed him.
All right,
That's how-
okay. That's how it works.
That's how it's
We
going.
also have Jean-Claude Van Damme. I got him too.
I want Johnny Cash too. All right.
I want Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I thought that was interesting when I read that article. It was really cool. And I thought it was cool to read like countries that weren't major countries in World War II, like how Australia teaches.
Because you're just kind of like on the outside, just watching everything.
Well, like Australia still like they fought side by side with us through a lot of the Pacific and stuff like that. But you don't hear about that as much from their side. Or a lot of the countries, like ours is so big because we had to literally fight like a 2-front war. We were in the Pacific and the Atlantic, which is just insane. With Canada like helping us through that, which my Canadian brothers, you don't get the recognition you deserve through World War II.
That's because they're just living up there peacefully, like.
Yeah, but they kicked some serious butt in World War II.
Yeah.
Like fighting alongside of us.
And now they're just living in our attic.
Now they're living in our attic with the Mexicans in our basement. Look. What did you?
No, I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that.
That's
all right.
spooky.
So I went back and thinking about the squirrels in the attic, the squirrels in the basement from the Hide Behind episode. And so I went back to that one, and I don't know. I just thought of like squirrels in the basement. Ooh, I don't want any squirrels in the basement.
Sorry to any of our Spanish-speaking friends out there from down south.
I got a couple Mexicans in my basement too. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
I don't know.
Explain it. Explain it to everybody.
I don't know what I mean either. Go ahead.
No. I think we need to take a second and learn about all these Mexicans in your basement.
Just
all right.
Go on.
Yeah, we'll go on. So with that, we are going to start diving into the actual Boo Hag legend. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's buckle up.
Ready to hear some boob sag.
That's pretty good. I like that.
What?
Boo Hag with the boob sag. I like that.
That's right.
Well, I like how you said it, and I was like, "Ooh, I like that," and you're just like, "What?" like I didn't do anything. I just said its normal name. That's how it works.
The skin tag?
Yeah. All right.
All right. Go ahead. Let's hear about the skin tag.
So the Boo Hag is a mythical creature known for its eerie and unsettling characteristics. By the day, it appears as an attractive woman. In some stories, this is like, you know how when you get to the Hat Man, you kind of hear like different things with them.
Yeah.
So one of them is the attractive woman. The other one that I read is when she does her thing later on with your skin, she'll take your appearance on, which is, interesting. But at night, she sheds her skin, revealing a grotesque, skinless form. So the Boo Hags are infamous for sneaking into houses to steal the breath of sleeping victims, leaving them feeling drained or even causing illness.
So when they come in, they don't have any skin?
So there's different thoughts to this, which I'll kind of dive into a little. I don't actually think I put the one on here, but I'll get into it a little bit later on. There's different stories. Some say that she'll come into your house with her skin on. Some say she'll leave the skin outside or whatever.
Oh, so she... Okay.
All right. Skinless, eh? Go ahead.
I was just going to say, well, does she want... Because, with humans, we, shed all of our, skin cells every 28 days.
Okay.
So, does she want, does she prefer the new skin or the old skin?
I mean, I don't. But it's not like every 28 days we just shed all of our skin cells.
No, but
they're
they're falling off right now as we're talking.
Right.
And then new stuff's coming.
Yeah, she's
in.
not sucking them up off the carpet or anything like that.
All right.
That's what you're getting at.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know how. I don't know.
Yeah, not like that.
All right.
All right.
So she cuts it off and then she wears it.
We'll get to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
essentially. Yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure I understand.
So the biggest thing with the Boo Hag is no matter how well your house is sealed up, the Boo Hag will always be able to slip through even the tiniest crack in a window or door.
Well, joke's on her. I put salt around my house every night. No?
I don't think salt's going to do it. But there is ways to keep her out.
All right.
Once inside, it will search the house until it finds a person or victim and it wants to feed on. See, this is a prime example of why I always make sure my wife sleeps closer to our bedroom door to the hallway than I do. Because if anything comes in, she's there first.
Yeah, but do you sleep by the window, though? What if she comes in the window?
I usually have a lot of baskets and stuff stacked up around me, like old laundry baskets and old Taco Bell wrappers and stuff like that.
So you're good.
Yeah, so she's not going to I'm pretty grotesque to the point where it's like she does not want me. I'm graying up pretty good too.
You are like.
Did you catch this?
Yeah,
like the gray in my beard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to come in with like an all black beard because you start using some just for men.
Oh man, it's not good. I don't know
you
what.
just come in like acting all normal. I'm like, Mike, what did you do to your beard? Why does it look so dark?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
There's a guy. It was before I started at work, but he did that. Like literally, like he was white. And just came in like one Monday and it was black. And when everybody like said something to him, he's just like, "What are you talking about?" And like they just like busted his balls. It's like till he basically was just like, "Yeah." It's like, well, we know you did. We just want to hear you say it.
Dude, I tried that once back. Like I don't know. I was probably like 17 or something. I just put some just for men in just to see if it would get darker, and that shit looked black.
Yeah,
like it looked dark. I mean, mine's pretty dark.
Did you buy it, or was it just at the house?
I don't know if it was mine or my stepdad's.
I could see that. Yeah. I could see him keeping a pretty solid black mustache.
He's straight gray now, though.
Yeah, straight gay. So Marietta was talking to me about this gray on my beard, and because I got like 2 gray patches
she, make fun of you?
that just appeared. No, she's nice about it, but she said it was really funny because she said, "Yeah, it's because all the beer you've been drinking," and I was like, "Nah, it couldn't be that. I've been drinking beer for like 12, 13 years, and I never grayed up. It wasn't until we had 3 kids that everything like that's." And you asked me the other day because you guys are expecting your third.
Yep.
So you hit me with the other day, like, man, what's it like going from 2 to 3? Like, it's this. It's right here in my beard.
Well, like, I'm getting, you can't see it because I cut my hair, but like right here on the side, right above the sideburns, right here on the sides.
Oh, yeah, you can still see it.
Gray.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And when my hair grows out, it's just gray.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens first. Is my head going to turn gray first, or is your beard going to turn gray first?
Ooh, man.
What's Vegas say?
At the rate I'm going, I would bet on me, to be honest, because, like, these are just popping up like I go to bed and I'll just wake up in the morning one day, my whole mustache is just going to be gray. It's going to be ridiculous. I'm going to shave it off and look like an Amish guy, you know?
Yeah. All right, go ahead there, skin tag.
All right, skin tag. Yeah. So, how do you think she just, like, feeds on the victims? Like, I know you kind of have a little bit of a head start here in some of this stuff.
How does she feed on the victims?
How does she feed on them? Because she's very, at this point, when you read about her, she's very, like, Hatman-esque.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you're sleeping.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, all right, so in my mind, I'm thinking she walks over to your bed, stands there next to you, and somehow, with her supernatural, paranormal-esque being that she is, I think somehow she can, like, sense the energy coming off of you, and she just sucks that shit down like a Slurpee.
I like it. And I feel like, yeah. No, I feel like that would be the logical thing. So I'm going to tell you what she actually does, okay?
All right.
So what she does is she's going to climb on top of the human, and she's going to sit on your chest. And honestly, when you read about a lot of this, like, she's going to do it in, like, an erotic way. Like, she is climbing on you like she is going to, like, make love to you.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike. That picture you sent me earlier from AI, I think I might make...
Yeah, but that was skin on. When she's getting on top of you, she's skin off.
So it's just all bones.
It's just all flesh. It's not bones. She's not losing everything.
It's not
like a skeleton.
I just picture a bony, ligamenty, like just...
Yeah, the only bone that's going to be there is going to be your boner, you weirdo.
Yeah.
No, no, she's going to be all fleshy and like I think what's gross when I think of like fleshy, I always just think of like the noises because it's like there's gonna be like weird like sticky suctiony it's gonna be absolutely like disgusting when she climbs up there.
Well, if it's a night after I had about 12 beers, 15 beers, like you're not gonna know the difference.
I think you're correct. Maybe. I don't know. I hope you know the difference.
Yeah.
All right, so she is going to climb up there and she's going to sit on your chest. So let's remember that this thing is skinless and it's disgusting, and really this thing is like a ghoul. I know some people refer to it kind of as a witch, so I did some diving into
like
the difference
versus ghoul.
Versus a ghoul.
Oh, I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A witch
I want to know.
versus a ghoul.
Because I have some ideas, but not really.
So, like when I say witch, what do you think of?
I think of, the black hat, riding on a broomstick.
Yep.
Sometimes I think of like Wizard of Oz, green face, you know.
Yeah, a person thought to have magical powers, depicted wearing the black cloak, pointy hat, flying on a broomstick, right? That's what you have a witch. So when you go to a ghoul, on the other hand...
So before you go over a ghoul, when I think of a ghoul, I kind of think of like a troll type. Like
a gremlin.
Like a troll gremlin, like...
I feel like I get all those confused when you start diving into like a ghoul, a troll, a gremlin. I don't know. I don't know how to really differentiate because they're depicted so differently in every movie and stuff like that. So the best definition I could find of a ghoul is an evil spirit or phantom, so especially one that wants to rob graves and feed on dead bodies. So I know that this thing wants to feed on dead bodies, it's feeding on alive bodies, but wouldn't in a way like a sleeping body be almost like an in-between of being dead and versus alive because your brain's shut down at a certain point?
I guess kind of. I'd feel like you're more alive than dead though, because
you're definitely more alive than dead. Yeah, I'm not denying that fact.
So it's more like maybe 3/4.
3/4 alive.
I don't know.
I was thinking
maybe even more.
37 69ths alive.
69. That's
But she's still sitting on your chest, so don't.
69.
No, chest.
Oh, chest.
Chest,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, yep.
So now these creatures don't feed on the dead, but I would say that they're more of an evil spirit or a phantom versus a woman with powers. Because a witch is a woman with magical powers. Mm-hmm. I do not think this thing sheds its own skin, sneaks in your house, sucks the life out of you.
The movie The Witches. You ever see that movie?
Yeah, the Roald Dahl book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they shed all their skin.
Yeah.
And stuff, and then they're.
Did you ever notice? So this is the kids movie, right? You're talking about.
Yeah, the original
it's a scary kids.
Because they remade it with Anne Hathaway, within the last several years.
So did you ever notice in the original one? This is something I just saw online, I think yesterday. That when they're in the conference room and all the witches take off their wigs and they're all bald. So if you pause it at that point and look around, half the witches are just bald men in that room. That's all the fill-in actors. For every two women is just one bald guy sitting between them. That's how they filled that in, so nobody thought nobody would notice, which nobody did notice really.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that's a good movie though. I like that movie. I watched it a lot growing up.
Yeah, I would say that. But yeah, I just think more of a ghoul or some kind of she's definitely more of a supernatural entity than she is a. When I think of a witch, I still think of something that's part human.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't really consider this thing at all human.
This thing's sucking out your energy and stuff.
It's literally
taking off her skin.
Literally
and shit.
sucking the lungs out of, or sucking the air out of your lungs, and then just skinning you and wearing your skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyways, once the creature's on your chest, it will start to suck the life out of your lungs. It literally feeds on your life. After that, there are two very different results from her doing the sucking.
Is it your soul that she sucks out of you?
No, I don't think it's your soul. I just think it's literally just your life.
Yeah.
But there's two different kind of schools of thought, or when you dive into it, there's two results to her climbing up there. The first one is that you'll wake up in the morning feeling completely and totally drained from her feeding on you during the night. So more times than not, I think she feeds on me almost every night. If this is the case,
I feel like every morning, like I think she was in my bed.
Yeah, sucking the life out of me. It can't be the bruise before bed. It can't be me going to bed like 3 hours after when I should go.
And also, something, if any listeners out there haven't had kids yet, all right, and you're expecting kids or you want to have kids soon, you don't know where I'm going with this, but recently it was daylight savings time, right? So something I just want to tell you all right now so that you know, don't get used to those nice little mornings where your kids sleep in, right? You get a little extra sleep before work. No, because once you get into like daylight savings time, clock goes back, them sumbitches are going to be getting up. My kids have been getting up at 4:45 every morning since daylight savings time. Wound and sound, baby. And that shit hasn't stopped, so it's just prepare for that.
Yeah, and it really sucks for me because my kids slept until 8 o'clock that day. It just went perfectly on a normal sleeping routine, like immediately. It was awesome. I don't know what happened. Usually it's like the most miserable day of the year because they screw me every year out of sleeping. This year they slept until like 8 o'clock.
So like I've been getting even less sleep now because of daylight savings.
I've been somehow getting more. It's awesome.
So just throwing that out there for a disclaimer on kids.
So yeah, so that's the first one that you'll wake up feeling completely drained, like you have like 6 kids at your house. That's one of the results of having a Boo Hag, which really is just a normal Mike morning. I feel
so she doesn't kill you.
In this one, she doesn't kill you.
In that version,
yeah. The other one is much worse. After it's done completely sucking you dry, literally until you're dead, it will skin you and wear your skin, essentially living your life until the skin starts to rot off of her flesh, in which case she will have to go find a new host.
So is that after 28 days?
I don't... Yeah, sure, 28 days. I know you're big on that, 28 days and skin tags and stuff.
Damn. So
one story I heard that said when...
So she just acts like you?
Yeah, it should just be you.
So like
she could go up and take your wife. Like, you could wake up one morning and it's not really your wife. It's just a Boo Hag.
And then after the skin dies or whatever, then like she just dies or what?
No, she goes and finds it. Well, yeah, I mean, she's already dead.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, okay, so like if she took on my wife, right?
Yeah.
The Boo Hag. So now my wife is the Boo Hag.
Yeah.
So then at what point is like she just, I guess, gone? Like my wife's just gone.
From the moment the Boo Hag comes in and sucks the life out of her.
But I mean, okay. But she still looks like my wife.
Still look, until the skin rots off of the flesh.
And then like, so like every day I'm just like looking at her and like,
you know. Just looks droopier and droopier.
One day her cheek's hanging off.
Yeah.
And like one day
it's
her eye's not working right.
Like, honey, your ear just fell off into the potato salad.
Yeah.
Like, stir it in. Who cares?
Yeah, okay.
But one of the stories that I read said that if you think that there was a chance that your wife was attacked by the Boo Hag, what you have to do in the morning is look behind your bedroom door, because that is a lot of times where the Boo Hag will throw their old skin behind your bedroom door. Yeah, that night.
So there's a pile of old skin.
Yeah,
still.
I guess. Like,
man, that's
old rotten skin too, because you figure if they're coming in there, it's all rotten and nasty.
Okay. And that was like, that was somebody else's skin.
Somebody else's.
She was wearing. So that could have been your skin then.
Could have been. That's pretty much what a Boo Hag is and what a Boo Hag does. So before I dive into how to keep it away, do you want to take a beer break?
Beer break and a pee break.
Pee break. Corey's got to go poop. We'll be right back.
It's beer break time. Crack a cold one, fill your cup, and enjoy the rest of the episode. All right, so we learned a little bit about the Boo Hag.
And we learned a lot about ourselves when we went outside and peed.
But not too much.
Well.
So, okay, we heard about this skin slicing, soul not stealing, gross, witch, ghoul, whatever she is. How do you keep this thing away?
All right, so it's kind of it'll make you smile. So one way I feel like is a super obvious way, and it's kind of a way that makes me think that this creature is a little more demonic, and that is to have a Bible alongside you when you sleep. So nice and simple.
Shit, I don't even think I have a Bible in this house.
Well, you need to get like 4 or 5.
Okay.
Listen to me, Corey. You could use one, I assure you.
All right.
All right. So a Bible next to where you sleep. So that, I know I always go in that everything's demonic.
Here we go, folks.
But I'm just saying, if the Bible keeps it away, then it's definitely demonic.
Yeah, I get behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one is to hang a gun above your bed because she hates the smell of gunpowder.
I have a gun next to my bed. Can it be next to my bed?
No, she'll just suck your soul
Ow.
out straight out of your straight out of your freaking itchy asshole.
I love when I get an F-bomb out of my
Just straight out of that
Oh,
freaking
God.
stinky itchy butthole of yours.
Okay. Well, I have my AR across. I have a couple guns in my bedroom, but I don't
Yeah.
have any hanging.
You're dead.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Just
You're
hanging?
dead.
So
And
I-
you got to think these guns back then that protected them. These are like black powder guns
Like
more than
bayonets.
anything. Bayonets, yeah. Like muzzle loaders, flintlocks, yeah. Bayonets, he just says. Bayonet.
Well, I'm thinking, all
Go
right.
stab that son of a bitch.
Yeah, because by the time you put the powder in, put the ball in, the powder in, the shit's gonna suck you dry. And
You're
take
not
your
shooting it though. It's just the smell of the black powder.
So then why do I have to? Why don't I just sprinkle some black powder around my room?
Because who does that? That's ridiculous. That's utterly ridiculous.
Maybe I like the smell of black powder too.
Oh, you like the smell of butts. So there's other ways to keep her away. And you got to think back then in the times that these people were enslaved, they didn't have access to Bibles, and they obviously didn't have access to guns to hang in their room to protect themselves from this Boo Hag.
Yeah.
So there are 3 main things you can keep in your room.
Can I guess?
Yeah, go ahead, guess.
3. So this is 3 things to keep the Boo Tag away.
The Boo Hag.
Sorry, the Boo.
Not the skin tag, the Boo Hag.
All right, 3 things that keep the Boo Hag away. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, it's got to be something creative. So we're gonna say, pig intestines.
Pig intestines.
Okay, that's number 1.
You're freaking close.
I'm gonna say cat shit.
You're like, you're like almost 2 for 2.
Okay, cat shit. And then I'm gonna say like toenail clippings.
Did you read my stuff before this?
You're messing with me, so go ahead.
I swear, dude. Pig intestines, you said?
Yeah.
So it's a broom, a hairbrush, and a colander are the 3 things to keep in your room.
Okay. That's
You know
close.
why, though? Like, when I give you those 3 things, why would
Can you
this,
say them again?
a broom, a hairbrush, or a colander? Which colander is like the thing you strain spaghetti out of.
Okay. So the broom, because
It's all the same reason why for all 3 of them.
they distract her
Well, yeah, but why?
because she's a witch.
Is she gonna ride a colander around or what?
She's
gonna
gonna
wear
ride-
it? She gonna wear it on her head when she's brushing her hair and
She's
riding
gonna
the broom
ride
around?
the broom around at least. All right, hold on. All right. So why these 3 things? I don't know.
The Boo Hag is obsessed with counting. So when she sees these things, she has to count the bristles. She has to count like all the bristles to a broom. She has to count all the hairs in a brush, and she'll have to count all the holes in a colander.
So I got the perfect way then to keep her away. Sleep naked. Then she's counting them pubes.
Fry for you, just count dinkleberries sticking out, stuck to all the fabric and everything.
It's gonna keep her busy.
It's gonna keep her busy. It's also gonna grow that will gross her out, I bet.
I mean, she's pretty gross to begin with. I don't know.
I know, that's saying something then, isn't it?
I guess I'm pretty gross too.
You think she's gross, you ought to see my ass.
Yeah.
Naked.
So
And
you
just
sleep.
dinkleberries is dangling, pubes a hanging.
I collect everything down there just in case the Boo Hag shows up, so I can gross her out.
Yeah, that's why. Not because there was a Charmin shortage a couple years ago. Sometimes I just like to take a giant dump and just let my underwear do the wiping for me. It's not a bad strategy.
Yeah, saves money.
So, anyways, when it doesn't, I don't know if it saves money when I have to buy all those new underwear, but so with the Boo Hag doing all that counting, when she's able to get to, if she like lives or is distracted long enough to daylight, she's like a vampire. She just can't be out in daylight, not without her skin.
So if she has her skin on, she could be out in daylight?
Yeah, because it protects her flesh and everything. But if there's no skin on, there's nothing to protect her. That's it. So you want the stuff that she has to count, so she has to be distracted so that she doesn't start sucking right away.
But why those items?
That's what they had back then. We're going back to like Gullah region times, and that's what they had, and that's what worked, and they haven't tried anything since.
Okay, so nowadays what we put out there, the same shit?
Blue paint works. Down south, so a lot of the homes in the south have their porch like ceilings painted. It's called haint blue.
Are you making this up?
Color.
You're looking at your paper, but I think you're full of shit.
It's this light blue color.
No, you're pointing. I'm
telling you, it's right here.
All right.
Then it's said to repel these creatures or whatever. I don't know. It's this haint blue down there.
I need to see it on your paper.
It's right here. It's right here. Haint blue.
Okay, all right. Yep.
Yeah,
it's fact
telling
checked.
you. I would never lie to you.
I'm catching on to your shit, Crack Daddy.
Yeah. Freaking your dingleberry turds hanging out. It's the only shit you're catching on to.
Hey, well, you're going to see him in your gray beard here pretty soon.
You better watch. So with that, that's everything I have. So we have to go to
Reddit.
That's right.
Let's head to Reddit.
All right, we're back. We're at Reddit. Here we go. I am not 100% sure how these stories are going to turn out because I read like half of both of them.
Well, we know what happened with me in the Haunchyville.
Yeah, wasn't good.
I didn't remember any of them.
I'm still really confused as to what any of them meant.
Yeah.
I did like the one where the guy just threw a rock through a random window in Haunchyville, but it wasn't. It was just actually at somebody's house.
It was one of his classmates.
It's like, what's wrong with you? All right, so this one is going to be from Drawl.
Drawl. I'm trying to be like you.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. I don't want to copy you.
Yeah, no. Go. Feel free. Sing it like I do. All right, so here we go. So yeah, I had a sleep paralysis encounter with this thing when I was 21. So you gotta picture this. This guy was just old enough to drink, folks, in the United States of America. I don't know why I felt like I need to say that. It was as if it had a dress made of flowing blood. I struggled against this thing for what felt like hours. Felt like there might as well have been a lion in the room. Tried to scream for the people in the apartment, but all that came out of my mouth was a gurgle.
Yeah, that's probably more than you can say with the hat, man.
Yeah. I finally got tired of fighting and gave up, and as soon as I did, I left my body. I was looking down on this thing and myself and also seeing from my body as well. There was a definite sense that this thing wanted my body so it could take over my life or something. I floated away out of the room, and as soon as I hit the threshold, it was as if the door was a barricade. What the hell was that? What was that? What was that noise? I'm trying to figure out what that noise was. That was the barricaded door.
He hit his threshold.
Now I regret asking. I continued to float away out of the apartment, starting to feel at peace, and at the same time began to feel like something was very wrong.
I cummed in my pants.
I got this feeling that if I didn't start fighting, I would be lost forever, so I started swimming through the air as hard as possible, and it actually started working. I hit the door in the bedroom, and then my body instantly regained consciousness and control, and immediately went around the apartment to tell everyone that I had just been attacked by an effing ghost. I later found out about sleep paralysis and have had several episodes since, and some before I ever realized it, and can pretty easily manage the triggers or break it when it comes on. So I don't know if this is quite the Boo Hags, but this is definitely something that wanted to suck old Drawl's soul.
So wait, I'm trying to piece it together in my head.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this guy, I think it was a guy, was like floating above his body watching this all happen.
Yeah, but he could also see out of his body eyes. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, your guess is as good as mine here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out because then it said like he ran into like the door or whatever and like and ba ba da
And that was the point where you went,
I didn't do that.
what'd you do?
You have to replay the.
No, thank you. I'm good. I'll have to hear it on the edits, and that's enough for me. But I don't know. I don't know if this. It seems with a lot of the Boo Hag stories that, like, when she is there, you don't even know she's there. So I'm not quite sure on the part where, like, he could, like, see her and react against her and stuff like that. I don't know. It could have been something else that he was dealing with entirely.
Hat Man.
Could have been Hat Man. Hat Man's, he don't want your soul, though. He don't want to kill you because he just wants to, like, eat off you forever.
I wonder if he, like, I don't remember seeing it in any of the Hat Man, like, encounters, but, like, it seems like he's sucking something off of you, too.
Jeez, dude, just watch what you're saying right now. That's all
No,
I'm saying.
you
are towing the line right now,
Yeah,
saying that he's sucking something off of you.
But like like he's building up his energy by sucking like something out of the air.
Something.
Remember, he has a little.
Yeah,
pocket.
he like feeds off of fear, though. I feel like he just
Yeah.
wants fear because he wants you to know he's there.
I wonder if there's any like situations where like the Boo Hag and the Hat Man like work together.
What if they like what if they're both going to the same house and they like bump into each other? It's like, whoa, man, sorry, I didn't realize you were already here. My bad.
Yeah.
I'll go over to the neighbor's house and eat their soul.
And then the other one's like, I actually already ate that one.
Yeah, I've already been over
Yeah.
there. It's really quite depressing, so
Yeah.
I would suggest you not even bothering.
Go across the street. I haven't been over there yet.
Yeah, Tim. I've been over at Timmy's like a couple times this week. That dude deserves it. He's freaking weird.
He eats a lot. He's pretty big, so he's got a lot.
He's got like so many boogers. Just eat that guy's soul. So sick of looking at the boogers sticking out of his nose.
He has too much skin for me, so you could have it.
Yeah,
Hattie.
go ahead. So that was the first Reddit story we had, and then I only have one more. It's not super long, and this is Mega Ascension. All right, you got nothing for there. We'll just get right to it then. I had some weird experiences like this as a teen too. I used to have hypogogic.
Hypogogic?
Hypogogic. I used to have hallucinations where my entire body is awake except for my brain, and I would dream on top of real life because their eyes were open. I had a multitude of dreams and once even had to change what I'd wear to sleep in after having some hallucinations about 10 times in a single month. I saw a creature similar to this once in my bedroom that was one of the freakiest ones. I'd have conversations with these creatures, and they'd respond, lips moving and all. I was sent to 2 troubled teen programs, and the second one had a red light on at all times in the rooms, which made all the hallucinations extra freaky. I played soccer in my sleep, tried to chase people who stole things, and even tried to run away and cussed out staff before waking up. I don't have them anymore as people often age out of them, but I continued to have them until I was 18. So, sorry folks, I don't know why I even put this story on here. You didn't really have too much Boo Hag related stuff. But
Yeah, I was trying to
feel
find the Boo Hag in
I
that.
feel like that. I guess he said, let's see. I saw a creature similar to this once in my bedroom, and that was one of the freakiest ones. So that was the Boo Hag. That was the freakiest one he saw.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of zoned out when I heard like...
No, you zoned out and you just farted over there for like 20 seconds of me talking.
Okay, that was the first time I zoned out, but the second time I zoned out was when they talked about being at like a... What was it, like a kids or juvenile, like whatever.
Yeah.
Because that's where I worked for like 8 years of my life.
Yeah.
So like I just started like
So you
thinking
should have tuned into that.
Yeah, but I tuned out thinking about me working with these.
Yeah, but you should have tuned in, and you should have encouraged me because I felt like the story had no relevance.
Yeah,
That's why I need you to chime in with one of your weird noises, like.
I I did. I farted.
Yeah, you farted. That is not the noise I was looking for.
I gave you a noise.
You gave that is true.
So why did you pick that story though? Before you flip your page,
Because this was actually like somebody that responded to the last story I read. That was like the first response that had the most likes and everything to it.
The first
so
responder.
somebody that dealt with a lot of the similar stuff that person dealt with and everything. So yeah, that's everything I have with the Boo Hags.
That's it.
Well, yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right.
Oh, do you want me to like ramble on with like 12
no.
stories of no relevance at all, like Haunchyville?
Hey,
I'm just saying.
No.
Just if we're gonna come after me,
All
I'll
right,
come
I'm
after
not
you.
coming after you.
Yeah,
That first story, I like the first story though.
yeah. So yeah, that's the 2 Reddit stories. So I guess now we just gotta go on to the folklore score.
Let's go.
All right, we got folklore score, big unveil, and this will be Haunchyville at number 10 will already be fighting for its life one weekend.
I thought you were gonna say it's already out.
Well, I mean, it kind of is already out, I think, after this. So 49 is the score to beat. Anything over 49 will be on the board. Anything under will go hide behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go. What do you got?
I got a 30.
I got a 30.
What?
That drops it right at 60. That'll put it at number 8 on our list,
Man.
which is kind of fitting in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's like a perfect combo. Boo Hag, Hat Man, same thing. One watches, one sucks.
And the pig man just sits there squealing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Watching the whole thing.
Pigman's weird. I still don't know how I feel about that Pigman at all. But 60 puts it right at the low end of intriguing tale. This urban legend presents intriguing narratives with modern threat levels, drawing listeners into their mysterious world while hinting at potential dangers lurking beneath the surface, which I think is pretty perfect.
Do you want to go over our numbers real quick for them?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm kind of curious. All right, so spookiness, I gave it an 8.
I gave it a 6. 6 for might make you uneasy.
Yeah, I gave it an 8. That very spooky, could keep you up at night.
Yeah, which is weird because if it keeps you up at night, then it's not going to come. So in a weird way,
It's not going to come?
no, not if you're asleep, not if you're awake. All right, so second is historical and cultural significance, which I gave it a 6.
I gave it a
'Cause
5.
It ties into regional folklore. What about for believability?
Believability, I gave it a 4.
A 4. Yeah, I gave it a 4 too. Mostly
far-fetched, yeah.
Uniqueness.
I gave it an 8.
Gave it an 8. I gave it a 6. Has distinct aspects.
And I gave it an 8, just quite unique, stands out from other legends.
Yeah, and I would have
mean-
gave it a little bit higher, but I kind of thought that like the Boo Hags and Hat Man are so close.
Yeah,
That was like the only issue I had with that one, I think.
yeah.
And for threat level, I gave it an 8 for significant danger.
I gave it a 5, moderate threat, because I think the stuff you went over seemed like it was more south like than Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I could see that.
So
yeah.
I kind of was like, well, maybe she'll work her way up.
She could get carried up here with a hurricane, though.
Hurricane Kendra.
Yeah. Yeah. One of these hurricanes coming up through here,
Yeah.
shutting down all the McDonald's and everything. You never know what's going to happen.
Yep.
So with that, give it a 60. It'll go up number 8 on the board, bumping out the little folks from Haunchyville.
At least they lasted a week.
Yeah, that was short-lived for the short folk, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. Did not last real long for them, which I kind of assumed they would be up there real long.
Yeah.
10's a bad spot to be.
So that means Champ's going down.
Champs on the block next week.
I mean, he's been making it this whole time.
He has. Next week, though, he has to go up against Jersey Devil.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard.
He better bring his A game.
Better bring his A game. And Puff the Magic Dragon. Better bring his A
Better
game.
puff out that chest.
That's right. So, yeah, you got anything else before we wrap this up?
I mean, I guess we'll just go over our socials.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead and follow us on our 2 big ones, Facebook, Instagram,
Yeah.
with the old TikTok right behind them, followed by the YouTube, which, it's
I
fourth.
usually like our stuff on YouTube.
You're the only one, but
Yeah. I usually go on there like that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think it's fun. I think I'm funny.
Yeah.
Whether you people do or not, you're crazy because I'm freaking hilarious. That's all I'm saying.
I think so, if that matters.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
So with that,
I'm BK Corey.
yep, BK. So you're going crack with a K.
BK. It could be Be Kind. It could be
No, it's butt crack. That's what it is.
It could be Burger King. Like
BC Corey, and I'm Crack Daddy Mike. And I'll catch you next week for some Jersey Devil action.
let's go.